Well, hi folks, this is number 7 in our journey around the Croatian islands, and today we're heading off from the island of Miljet down to Dubrovnik, and we're really excited to get down there. And when we left, the weather actually closed in and got very dodgy, quite rainy, quite squally. So we got out of this main passage and we found a little way to get closer to the island, to an inner passage. And it meant going through this amazing gap. There was plenty of water, but nevertheless it was kind of briefly pretty exciting. And once through, we got this lovely flat kind of inner sea where there was no swell at all. Still quite windy, and lots to see, lots of ferries, lots of other yachts. And as you get closer to Dubrovnik, you know, some nice kind of scenery and houses appear on the mainland side. Now we rang ahead and we tried to get into the thACI marina, but all the charter boats were just changing over. There was nowhere at all in the thACI marina. So we found this little town of Zaton. And it's a little bus trip north of Dubrovnik. Unfortunately, the major quay, there was no room, so we went right to the top of the bay and found this fantastic little anchorage. We stayed there for free. There was one or two other boats, incredibly flat. It was just a lovely place to stay, and you could bus from there to Dubrovnik. And Dubrovnik is everything you've read about. It's this beautiful town. I recommend walking around the walls. Gives you a great view of the town. On the south side is this boat harbour, and of course charter boats aren't allowed there. But you can actually imagine it back in medieval days. This beautiful harbour. Very clean, very well preserved. On the weekend it was full of tourists, but on Monday it was much better. Little back streets with great food and restaurant, and you can see us having this major kind of seafood banquet. Back to the walls, looking down where they filmed a bit of Game of Thrones. In fact, now you can go on Game of Thrones tours around Dubrovnik. And this is actually the next day. We've gone back to the boat harbour to have another look. You could spend a week in Dubrovnik. It's got beautiful museums and galleries, food, a lot of touristy stuff too. And everywhere you look, this is the high point of the walls. It's a pretty impressive sight. So back to the boat, and after a day in Zaton, the thACI marina at Dubrovnik cleared out a bit, and you go up this long river. Well, it's not that long, it's only 2.5 nautical miles. Under the major bridge. This is heading towards the new part of Dubrovnik and all the cruise ships. They're building a new marina in here, which will be interesting in the future. Very protected little river going up to the thACI marina. And as we were going up to stay the night, the next week of charter boats were coming out, this flood of boats coming out. We had ours for 2 weeks, so we were fine. It was really great to spend no money on an anchorage the night before, and next time I need to do more of that. But also these marinas are very clean, and they have lots of amenities. So it was nice to be back and do some washing and things. And where it is, right up this kind of river, it's a very beautiful kind of setting. It's surrounded by hills, and it's really lovely up there. So after 2 days in Dubrovnik, on the third day it was time to head off, and we swapped crews, and you'll find about that next time. And here we are heading out to Lake Palas on Miljet. So we're heading north again to Split.